Hey YouTube! Today we are finally going to be talking about the huge, crazy, and much anticipated subject of traffic. This is going to end up being a mix of me complaining about how crazy the traffic is here, and hopefully also teaching you about how the traffic works here. Before we get started, remember all of my videos are timestamped, so if you want to skip to a certain subject, just look down in the description for the time. Also, if you want to see my videos 1 week early, check out my Patreon. To start, let's talk about one of the best aspects of the traffic here. If you are on a motorbike, you will rarely be stuck in a traffic jam. For motorbikes, traffic flows really well here, even if there's a lot of bikes and cars on the road. Bikes are small enough that they can kind of just go around any problems. On top of that, depending on what streets you are on, there aren't a lot of traffic lights. On my way home from work, which is about a 20-minute ride, I probably only stop at 2 or 3 lights. The traffic circles here can look terrifying, but they are super efficient. It's way faster to get through a busy traffic circle than to sit at a red light backed up with cars and bikes. Now let's get into some of the crazy nonsense before explaining how to actually navigate the roads. People can and will do anything here. They will constantly drive on the wrong side of the road, they will go through red lights, they will make a left turn from the right-hand lane. Turn signals mean nothing here. 50% of the time you see a turn signal, they won't actually turn. 50% of the time someone turns, they won't have a turn signal on. People will ride their bikes with one hand and use their phone with the other. People will ride without helmets, which is illegal. People will ride with 3, 4, 5 people on one bike. The people that drive taxis and buses are assholes. They will drive in the motorbike lane to try to get past other cars. People that drive cars have no idea what they are doing. They will act like they are still riding a motorbike even though they are driving a giant SUV. They have no idea how to safely and smoothly change lanes, park, or drive in reverse. Let's get into some information on how to actually drive here and survive. First rule is to ride a motorbike. If you get here and immediately rent or buy a car, you will end up killing someone and going to a Vietnamese prison. You need to learn how the road works while on a bike. Second, you need a good helmet. A lot of people here seem to think that good helmets are only needed if you are on a motorcycle. I have no idea where this logic comes from. Motorbikes and motorcycles are basically the same size and are typically doing the same speed in the city. On top of that, if you fall off a motorbike when you aren't even moving, you could still get seriously injured if you don't catch yourself. Next, do not stay all the way to the right. I've had multiple people tell me this is the best spot on the road for beginners. Absolutely not. Stay in the middle or left part of the right-hand lane. If you go all the way to the right part of the right lane, you will constantly encounter parked cars, motorbikes going on and off the sidewalk, cars pulling halfway out into the street and then stopping for no reason, people walking in the road because the sidewalk is blocked by motorbikes, and so on. If you are brand new to riding a motorbike, do not ride in that part of the lane. You will end up having one of these things pop up in front of you and you won't be able to react in time. Those are some of my best tips to get started. After that, it's mostly small things to help get used to some changes. Here, almost every traffic light has a countdown on it, so you can see exactly how many seconds until the light will turn green or red. At virtually every intersection, motorbikes are allowed to turn right on red, but this is not like a turn in the US. You don't stop, look, and then go. You just go. Just don't swing way out into the lane when you turn. Stick to the right-hand side and then keep going. At some intersections, motorbikes can go straight on red, but cars cannot. You will see the red light, and then next to it or under it, you'll see a green motorbike with an arrow. This is normally just at three-way intersections. Also, the full address is posted on almost every building here, so if you are ever unsure about what street you're on or what district you're in, just look at the buildings around you and you should see it pretty easily. If you want to avoid dealing with the police, you can follow a few simple tips and you should have no trouble. First, wear a helmet and something to cover your face. This is for multiple reasons. 1. You legally need a helmet. 2. If you don't wear something like a face mask while riding, then you are breathing in all the exhaust from the bikes, cars, and buses around you. And 3. If you have a good helmet, a face mask on, and even some kind of glasses to keep your eyes safe, you probably won't look like a foreigner anymore. My next tip is to be careful where and when you ride. If you are riding around District 1 at 2 a.m., you are asking to be stopped. All of the police are going to assume you've been drinking. Whether you are drunk or not, they are going to give you a hard time. Other than those 2 rules, it's all common sense. Don't fly down the streets, don't ride with 5 people on the bike, and so on. If you do happen to get stopped by the police, I have a few more tips. I've yet to be stopped by the cops, but these are tips I've heard from other people. The number 1 tip is about language. If you speak a language other than Vietnamese or English, use that. 99% of the time, the cop won't speak German, French, Spanish, or anything else. Even if you aren't particularly good at speaking that language, just go with it. The cops will probably just get frustrated trying to communicate with you and leave. Other than that, the cops really just want a bribe. I've heard different numbers. Some people say you can pay them $100K, $200K, or $500K. If they try to get you to go to an ATM at any point, absolutely refuse. I know a guy who lost $5 million because he was drunk and the cops got him to go to an ATM. To close out this video, I want to say that riding a motorbike here is super fun. Can it be dangerous? Absolutely. But if you go slow, look around you, and pay attention, you should be fine. Just make sure you put on a good helmet before you start riding. That's about it for this video. Make sure you guys check out my Patreon. You can see my videos 1 week early there for free. No need to sign up for anything. If you guys have any questions about life in Vietnam, leave a comment below and I'll try my best to answer it for you. Thanks for watching.